study. Today we have Kasim teacher. Wait, again? Oh my God! Again. Okay, so today our questions is about why do we go to college?
Let's go.
Okay.
Do you have to go to college to be successful? Do you have to?
It depends on what you mean by success. For example, my own personal experience, I would have never have been able to come to Korea if I didn't have a degree. So for me, it meant some form of success. But I think if your objective is to go into business, or maybe you want to open a restaurant, maybe you don't need to go to college. But if you want to be like a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, a dentist, a veterinarian, an optometrist, these are all things you definitely need to go to college for, in my
I
opinion.
want to be a short track player.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, speed skating.
Okay.
So I don't need to go to college.
Well,
I think so. Did you go to college? What did you study?
yeah, so I did go to college. I actually went to the University of Westminster, which is in central London. So we had a really, really nice campus next to places like Baker Street.
Oh, I think I know. Westminster is where the king lives.
Yeah, so we were close to all the big sort of tourist spots in London. And I studied microbiology when I was in college or when I was in university.
Microbiology? What
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
the study of very, very, very small things.
Insects.
Not insects.
Very small things.
even
like
smaller
bacteria.
than... Exactly.
And
They-
not even smaller than this.
Smaller than the eye can even see, right?
Really?
Tiny.
Can you see it with a microscope?
That's exactly what we use. So we usually smear something on a little glass plate, put it under the
I
microscope, and then we can see what's inside.
How did college help you get where you are today?
I think even though my degree and what I do now and all of the jobs I've ever had are nothing to do with microbiology, I think it helped me in two ways. Number one, people can see that I had the determination to stick to a 3-year college program that was in a difficult subject. Microbiology isn't easy. So they're like, oh, this person knows how to study and manage their time. And the second thing is, it helped me get where I am today by applying to places that only let you in if you have a degree. So for example, Korea doesn't let anyone teach. You need to have at least a 3-year degree if you're from the UK, or a 4-year degree if you're from America. So for me, it was really helpful for my future career, even now, what I'm doing in Korea. So that's one way that helped me.
Oh. Is college only for becoming a doctor or a lawyer?
I think it's not only for becoming those things. It really depends on what your goal is. I think the thing that college can offer you, more than learning something by yourself, is that it's a standardized program. So an employer can see what you've done and they're like, oh, this person spent 3 or 4 years studying this subject at this university. That must mean they're at this level of competence for that subject. So I think it's really helpful for employers to see that, so they can see, oh, this person's got the skills and the knowledge they need to do a good job.
What was the most fun thing about college?
Living away from my parents was one of the most fun things about college.
Wait, that was a fun thing?
That was super fun for me because
Why?
I was able to do whatever I wanted.
Oh, yeah!
Which sounds great, right? But
Yeah.
actually, it's a double-edged sword.
Eat everything and play as much as I want.
Well, yeah, you can, right? But then if you do that, what do you think will happen? Do you think I'll get a good score in my degree?
No.
Yeah, right. So all the responsibility was on me, which is one of the things I really enjoyed college because I learned how to manage my time and how to learn effectively. That was one of the things I really enjoyed.
You have to study, but if you have a leftover time, you can play. Yeah, you can do your iPad and
Yeah,
play.
you can play iPad until 3 a.m. and the next morning when you're in lecture, you'll be sleeping because you can't stay awake, right? That happened to many people in my college course. So yeah, like I said, double-edged sword.
Did they get punished?
So when you're at university, you don't really get punished like that
Yep.
because you're an adult, right? You're responsible for your own time. So if you don't want to go to lecture, you can stay at home, but then you're the only one really who's missing out on education.
Yeah. Did anything surprise you when you first got to college?
I went into college thinking, okay, I'm going to go to lecture every day and do everything early. And I did. I managed to do a really good job in staying on top of all of those things. But I was surprised with how many people around me just didn't go to any lectures. So they just stayed at home. And then you'd only see them maybe 2 weeks before the exam, just studying super hard in the library. So that was something that really shocked me, was that how committed different people were to studying and getting a good grade.
And the last question, what advice would you give to kids who are thinking about college?
I would say it's never too early to start thinking about what kind of future you want. So I think a really good way to decide what you want to do for the rest of your life is to think about what kind of life you want to live.
I want to go to college.
Yes.
I'm going to go to Korea. Yeah, there's ice rink, so I'm going to skate there.
So you're going there because it has an ice rink?
Yeah,
Okay. I
only
see.
only for that.
That's the only reason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's
Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming again.
Yes.
Thanks.
Bye.